Yes, my people. Omo, after Judge Gilbert talk say make Chicago release Tinubu documents, listen to wetin Tinubu do yesterday. Go first file emergency appeal. Now, after that emergency appeal wey he file, the judge wey dey in charge of the court when he file the appeal come talk say that same yesterday he wan give judgment on top the emergency appeal. Now, listen to the judgment wey the judge give. When you hear wetin this judge, the judgment wey he give, you go begin to wonder why exactly. Why, in short, don't listen. What you make share for me, dey very important.
Senior U.S. judge delays release of Chicago University records to Atiku Abubakar after Tinubu pleads life damage. Life damage. Judge Nancy Maldonado of the United States District Court for the Northern District of Illinois has placed an immediate stay on the release of President Bola Tinubu's university records after he pleaded severe and irreparable consequences to his life. Mr. Tinubu, through his lawyers, begged Ms. Maldonado, a district judge, that the September 6th order of Judge Jeffrey Gilbert, a magistrate, should be delayed. The judge agreed that the matter might be too severe for Mr. Tinubu to bear and granted a stay until further argument on the matter. This needs to be handled with care, Ms. Maldonado said. The judge gave Mr. Tinubu's lawyers until Monday to file a full brief on the matter before the court. Atiku Abubakar's lawyers said they would reply to the brief by 11 p.m. on the same day. Now, here is what the judge said. I may ultimately adopt the magistrate's recommendation and allow the discovery to go forward, or I can ask all parties to file briefs afresh, the judge added. At issue has been the subpoena application filed by Mr. Abubakar seeking to obtain records of Mr. Tinubu at Chicago State University, following widespread inconsistencies with the Nigerian president's academic records already in the public domain. Mr. Abubakar's application was granted in a judgment issued on Tuesday by Mr. Gilbert, who ordered the production of the document as well as the deposition of the school's administrators. Mr. Abubakar plans to use the records to demonstrate Mr. Tinubu's ineligibility for president, relying on the constitutional section that disqualifies a candidate who submitted a forged certificate to the Electoral Office (INEC). Chicago State University officials have insisted that Mr. Tinubu attended the school, but they have also said they couldn't authenticate his certificate under oath because they couldn't tell where he found it. Mr. Tinubu initially argued that the document should be released to Mr. Abubakar because Mr. Tinubu initially argued that the document should not be released to Mr. Abubakar because they would not be tenable before the Nigerian Supreme Court, where Abubakar now intends to file them as part of his appeal against a tribunal verdict that certified Mr. Tinubu's election on September 6. Now, here are some of the dramas that played out yesterday. It says, Mr. Abubakar submitted his appeal to the Supreme Court on September 19. The same day, Judge Gilbert ordered Chicago State University to release Mr. Tinubu's records within 2 days. But as the 48-hour deadline loomed on Thursday afternoon, Mr. Tinubu suddenly approached Ms. Maldonado, seeking delay and suddenly elevating the desperate situation of the matter to include potential damage to Mr. Tinubu's life. Severe and irreparable harm will be done to Bola Tinubu if the records are released, Mr. Tinubu's lawyer argued at an emergency appeal before Judge Nancy Maldonado of the United States District Court for the Northern District of Illinois in Chicago. If the records are released, harm will be done and cannot be taken back to the bottle, Mr. Tinubu's lawyer added during the court hearing that began at 3 p.m. via telephone conference and lasted about 40 minutes. God have mercy on us. Now we know it till we enter.
So now where the judge don't delay to release document is 25th of this month. Today is 22nd and 25th is in 3 days time. As I was saying yesterday, Tinubu wanted it to get to that deadline when they will no longer be able to use the document again against him. And that's a smart move for him, because for people like him, things like that are smart moves. But the question remains that we are now being governed completely by someone who's oh god. Okay, Tinubu said he graduated as one of the best students in the school. So why is it so difficult for him to release the records? How on earth does this whole thing make sense? Up till today, he's not short. I don't even know what to say, but he's just making me feel like, how come? Balachi Debi by Gono.